Think women are impossible to understand? Think again. Yes, they're emotional, complex, and beautiful, but that doesn't mean they're a mystery. Every woman has little soft spots. The things that make her smile, the things that make her chase, and the things that make her stay up thinking about you all night. Here's the thing. This isn't about tricks, games, or manipulation. Most men miss the subtle signals, the quiet things that really matter, the moments that make her heart skip a beat or wonder why she's so drawn to you. While many guys try too hard, over-explaining or begging for attention, the smart ones focus on the invisible triggers that hit deep. In this video, we're going to reveal the top 9 female weaknesses every man should know. Some of these will surprise you, some will make you smile, and a few, you'll kick yourself for not knowing them sooner. No fluff, no fake advice, just clear, practical insights that actually work in real life. So if you want to understand her better, create real attraction, and learn the subtle ways to make her think about you when you're not around, then stick around. Let's dive in and uncover the secrets most men never notice. Pharisaic confidence that doesn't ask for permission. Let's be honest, women are naturally drawn to confidence, but here's the catch. It's not in the loud, flashy, look-at-me kind of confidence that turns heads for a moment and then disappears. The kind that truly captures attention is quiet, unshakable, effortless confidence. The kind that walks into a room and doesn't need applause. The kind that doesn't ask, "Am I good enough?" because it already knows it is. Most men fall into the trap of seeking validation. They drop endless compliments over text, over-explain themselves, or try too hard to prove they're different or special. And women, they can sniff that out instantly. It's like blood in the water. The chase, the begging, the over-explaining, it's exhausting and unattractive. But a man who stands his ground calmly, without ego, without effort, is magnetic. She may act tough. She may pretend she's in charge. She may even test you. But when you remain steady, she's drawn to that emotional strength. This isn't about brute force. It's about strength that is silent, grounded, and natural. This kind of confidence doesn't chase. It doesn't need to fill silences with words. It doesn't panic when she tests or teases. It simply exists. She notices it. It resonates with her on a deep, almost primal level. She wants to surrender to that strength, not overpower it, and it makes her think about you even when you're not around. Here's the key takeaway. Don't try harder. Stand taller, walk slower, speak less, let your energy do the talking. That quiet, unshakable confidence, it's rare, and it's one of her deepest, most irresistible weaknesses. 2. Being understood without explaining everything. Here's a truth most men completely miss. Women are tired of constantly explaining themselves, saying, "I'm fine," when they're not, feeling like every emotion they show makes them too much, trying to be seen, only to feel ignored or misunderstood. It's exhausting. One of her deepest emotional weaknesses? A man who truly gets it in without her needing to spell it out. You don't need to be a psychic. You don't need fancy lines or clever tricks. You just need to be present, attentive, and aware. Notice when she goes quiet. Feel when her tone changes. Read the room when her energy shifts. These small cues are everything she's hoping someone will pick up on. Most men miss this entirely. They're busy thinking about what to say next, planning their response, or trying to impress. But when you pause, look at her, and gently say something like, "Something feels off. Talk to me when you're ready." It hits differently. It tells her, "I see you, I understand you. You don't have to perform with me. You can be soft here." That feeling of being truly understood is magnetic. Women don't fall in love with men who only impress them. They fall for the ones who make them feel safe and seen. So don't force advice. Don't try to fix everything. Don't overanalyze. Just feel her, attune to her energy, and respond with presence. That ability to understand without words, to sense her emotions and meet them silently, that's one of her most powerful hidden weaknesses, and it's something very few men can do. Masculine silence in the right moments. Here's a cheat code most men never truly learn. Silence is powerful, but only when it's used the right way. Not the silent treatment, not ignoring her, but a calm, grounded silence that says, I see this, I understand, and I'm not reacting out of fear or need. In today's noisy world, women are surrounded by men who overreact, over-explain, or chase at the slightest sign of drama. They're used to boys who beg, argue, or panic when tested, but a man who knows how to stay still, observe, and respond only when necessary? He becomes magnetic without even trying. This kind of silence communicates strength without words. It shows emotional control. It creates space for her to reflect, to second-guess her own games, and to lean into her feminine energy while you remain grounded in your masculine energy. She starts noticing it, even if she can't explain why. It's not about being cold or distant. It's about being calm, collected, and untouchable by chaos. That stillness makes her feel safe, intrigued, and, in a way, addicted to your presence. Women respond deeply to a man who doesn't flinch under pressure, who doesn't overreact, and who doesn't need to fill every silence with words. The key here, your silence, speaks louder than any compliment, any text, or any attempt to impress her. It's subtle, almost invisible, yet incredibly powerful. And this ability to stay calm and strong without effort is one of her secret cravings, her hidden weakness, and something very few men ever master. A deep eye contact that doesn't flinch. Eye contact isn't just about showing confidence. It's about dominance, desire, and presence. Most men either look away too quickly, afraid of being noticed, or stare too hard, trying to prove something. Neither works. The kind of eye contact that really captivates a woman is calm, grounded, and unflinching. It's the man who can meet her gaze, hold it just long enough, maybe smirk a little, and remain completely relaxed. That kind of look tells her more than any words ever could. It communicates that you're comfortable in your own skin, that you're strong without being aggressive, and that you're confident without needing to prove it. When you do this, you create an almost instant, subconscious connection. She feels it deep in her gut. Something primal clicks. Your eyes say, I see you. I know who I am. I'm not intimidated, and I don't need your validation. That tension, that electricity, flips a switch in her brain. She remembers your face long after the conversation ends because your presence leaves a mark. You don't need cheesy pickup lines, over-the-top compliments, or grand gestures. Just look her in the eyes, stay calm, and show that subtle, quiet fire. That kind of connection, silent but intense, is one of her hidden weaknesses, something that pulls her in without her even realizing why. The need for mysterious depth. Women are naturally curious, but not in a nosy or superficial way. They're curious, soulfully, searching for depth, meaning, and layers in a man. Most guys make the mistake of oversharing too soon, thinking that dumping every detail of their life equals bonding. It doesn't. That's just noise. Her hidden weakness? She's drawn to a man who is open but layered. A man with a story that isn't fully revealed. A man who gives glimpses of his past, his experiences, and his inner world, but leaves room for her imagination. She wants to explore you slowly. Like discovering a secret garden, she wants to uncover the man behind the mask, piece by piece. Mystery creates intrigue. It sparks a desire to lean in, to pay attention, to connect on a deeper level. If you're too obvious, too transparent, she might lose interest, but hint at experiences she can't fully understand yet, challenges you've faced, lessons you've learned, passions that drive you, and she'll stay, wanting to know more. Think of it like storytelling. Tell part of your story, then pause. Let her fill in the blanks. Let her curiosity pull her toward you naturally. Women are wired to seek out layers, complexity, and depth in a man, and that craving is one of her deepest emotional weaknesses. When you move with mystery, she's hooked, thinking about you even when you're not there. 6. Her soft spot for a man with purpose, not just passion. There's a difference between passion and purpose, and most men confuse the two. Passion is about feelings. It's exciting, intense, but often fleeting. Purpose, on the other hand, is about direction, vision, and commitment. It's a steady fire that doesn't flicker with every wind. Women are deeply drawn to men who have purpose, not just a job or hobby, but a calling, a reason for being that gives structure and meaning to their life. When a man walks into a room with calm confidence and a mission, everything else seems to fade. Small talk disappears. Distractions shrink. Her attention naturally goes to him because she senses something bigger, something enduring. It doesn't matter if he's not rich or famous yet. What matters is that his soul is on fire for something meaningful, that he's moving forward with intention, that he's chasing a vision he truly believes in. That slow-burning purpose creates momentum, attraction, and security. She doesn't just want to be impressed, she wants to feel like she's orbiting around something bigger than herself. Here's the key: don't chase women. Chase your why. Live your life with direction, focus, and fire. When she sees your purpose, she feels drawn in naturally, like a moth to a flame. Purpose isn't just attractive, it's magnetic. It signals stability, passion, and a life worth being part of, which makes it one of her deepest hidden weaknesses. Her hidden yearning to be led without being controlled. This one is delicate, but incredibly powerful. Every strong woman has a secret desire to surrender, but only to the right man. Not a controlling, arrogant man, not a dictator, but a man who is strong, calm, and wise enough to lead with grounded authority. Women are naturally attuned to unpredictability and potential threats. They want someone who can provide clarity, direction, and decision-making without arrogance or domination. When a man walks in with calm confidence, decisiveness, and purpose, she feels safe in a way she rarely experiences on her own. That trust allows her to relax, soften, and lean into him without losing her independence. Think about everyday examples. When she says, "I don't care, you choose where we eat," she isn't giving up her voice. She's silently testing whether you can lead with confidence. Hesitate, waffle, or overthink, and she feels uncertain or even abandoned. Step in with conviction and calm decision-making. And her body language changes, her energy softens, and she's naturally drawn to your leadership. This is not about control, it's about direction and security. She wants a captain, not a dictator, a man who can navigate the storms, make clear decisions, and provide grounded guidance earns her trust and admiration. That ability to lead without dominating is one of her deepest hidden weaknesses, a subtle pull she rarely admits but always feels. 8. Her vulnerability to words that paint new worlds. Words have a power that most men completely underestimate. Women bond through language, not just through actions, but it's not about cheesy pickup lines, recycled quotes, or social media captions. It's about speaking with intent, depth, and authenticity. The right words can transport her out of reality and make her feel something bigger, something unforgettable. Her hidden weakness? She is deeply affected by a man who speaks from experience, emotion, and truth. Not from memorized lines or superficial charm. When you say, "I love your mind," it should feel like it's the first time your soul has ever recognized hers. When you say, "You fascinate me," it should feel like you've uncovered something ancient and rare behind her eyes. Words delivered this way create imagination, connection, and intimacy that nothing else can replicate. This is the kind of communication that makes her think about you long after you leave the room. It allows her to envision a life with you, to imagine shared dreams and experiences, and to feel emotionally drawn in without even realizing why. Women respond to a language that breathes, words that are earned, heartfelt, and alive. So don't underestimate it. Your voice can become her internal dialogue, your words a bridge to her emotions. This subtle emotional pull, created through authentic communication, is one of her deepest emotional weaknesses and one of the most powerful ways to connect with her soul. 9. The unspoken need for a man who can walk away. Here's the paradox. The moment a woman senses that you need her more than you choose her, she instinctively starts pulling away, not because she's cruel, but because human nature doesn't trust desperation. Yet the moment she realizes you could walk away, not out of anger or spite, but because you value yourself that much, she starts leaning in. This is the power of detachment. Women are drawn to men who are whole on their own, men who love deeply but aren't dependent on her presence for their happiness. That kind of man is unforgettable. He doesn't beg, he doesn't plead. He stays when it's right and leaves when it's wrong, with grace, silence, and confidence. Think about it. A man who can walk away isn't arrogant or cold. He simply respects himself. He invites her into freedom rather than binding her with need. That balance of love and independence creates trust, respect, and deep attraction. She doesn't just want him, she respects him. And when respect is combined with attraction, everything changes. This is one of her deepest, most hidden weaknesses, the quiet terror of losing a man who doesn't fear loss. Be that man. Stand tall, love deeply, but remain untouchable by neediness. That's the kind of presence that women think about, dream about, and crave, often without even realizing why. And that's it, the top 9 female weaknesses every man must know. Remember, this isn't about tricks or manipulation. It's about understanding, presence, and the subtle ways to connect deeply with her mind, heart, and soul. Master these, and you won't just attract attention, you'll earn respect, trust, and genuine connection. Stand tall, stay confident, be calm, speak with meaning, and live with purpose. That's what makes you unforgettable. If you found this video helpful, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. For more insights on relationships, attraction, and Stoic wisdom, share this with a friend who needs to see it. And remember, understanding her is the key, but mastering yourself is the ultimate game. See you in the next video.